Hi, I'm Richard Landreth, Director of Lincoln County Library System. Welcome to Getting Acquainted with Acrylics with Sadie Payne. Before class begins, I'd like to take a few moments to thank some of our sponsors and supporters. First, I'd like to thank the Lincoln County Library System and the facilitators across the county. Second, I'd like to thank the Lincoln County Library Foundation for monetary support. We'd also like to thank the Camera Senior Center, whose area we will be invading. So thank you very much. And last but not least, we'd like to thank the Creative Aging in Wyoming Public Libraries, which is a joint initiative of the Wyoming State Library, the Wyoming State Arts Council, and Lifetime Arts. The project was made possible through the generous support from the May and Stanley Smith Charitable Trust and the Wyoming Community Foundation. At any time, if you have questions, feel free to type it in the chat or contact an on-site facilitator. Thank you, and now let class begin. Enjoy.
Hey, hi everybody. Okay, let me get yours.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Hi everybody. Let's just do a recap of what we've done last week. So we were focused on finishing in the trees, and we were working on the cast shadows. So I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we have at least 2 panels done with the cast shadows. So we'll finish that up today, and then add our own things that we want to do with, say, we'll put in the footsteps, because I know you wanted the rabbit tracks in there that we have in this one. And if there's anything else that you want to put in there, as well as some grass, we'll try to finish that up, and then we'll get started on the second artwork if we have time. So we're going to start out with the black and the white again. We probably don't need as much white to finish it up, because we're going to be doing just the cast shadows and the silhouettes. So I'm not going to put very much white on there. And then of course the black. And I'm probably putting double what I put of the white. I'll show you here in a second how much I've got on there. So I've got probably double the amount of black as I do the white to finish up the cast shadows. We will be using the size 8 flat head brush again to complete those cast shadows. And last week we had put in some lines to help us get the angle of the moonlight coming down for those cast shadows. So go ahead and finish putting in those cast shadows. We're going to make some gray, try to match the gray that we had before. I got a little too much black. I have to add a little more white to get the gray I need. So if I compare it, I think this one might be a little too dark, so I need to add some more white. I think that's a little bit closer. Okay, and again, remember that you can mix on your boards if you need to. So you can pick up a little bit of white and add it to that gray if it's too dark. So I'm going to start going in and squaring off the bottom of those trees again and follow that angle that we drew in with the pencil.
And you could ask if anybody's done with all 3 panels.
Okay. Is there anybody that has got all
Hello.
3 panels done?
Hi, Greg.
Oh, it looks like Payne, Alpine, and Star Valley all have 3 panels done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Would they like,
Terry's
so
at the house.
who
You
does
wanna
not
call her
have it
there?
done then, I guess? Kemmer does not have it done? Okay,
Okay, appreciate it. I got this art class. I'm down to the library. Okay, thanks, Ray.
and I've got. Okay, so if the ones that have all 3 panels done, you can go ahead and start putting in your silhouettes. Which library wanted the rabbit feet or the rabbit tracks?
I think it was Kimmer.
Camera wanted the rabbit tracks
Oh, and Star Valley.
and Star Valley. Okay. Okay, so I will as soon as I get this cast shadow done, I will do a demonstration on entering in some of your designs or whatever silhouette you want to put in there. I'll do a demonstration so that you guys can start, those that have the 3 panels can start putting in your silhouettes. Okay. I'm wondering, I'll show you, I was going to put in a park bench and I think I was going to put it on this, on my left panel. So this is my right panel. And this is my center panel. So I was actually going to put a bench in this spot right here. So I'm going to pick up some black. And if it makes it easier, you can use your pencil to draw it in. Let's see, I probably ought to use a marker so that you guys can see. So I'm going to come in and hopefully I won't hit that wet paint. But I'm going to come in and add, and it's not going to be a very big bench. I'm just going to come in and add basically the shape of the bench. And I've got it facing towards the skyline. And I'm just going to put some legs underneath it. And you're going to incorporate that into the snow. So might need to make it a little bit longer. So if you draw it in with your pencil, that might help you. I'll try to get that parallel. Okay, so I've got basically, I'll try to lift it up.
Dennis, can we show?
Yeah. Showing him.
Okay, so you can see that I've drawn in my, I've drawn in my park bench that I'm going to put the silhouette in. This is an example of one of our painters here in Cokeville. And he is drawn in or roughed in the picture of the wolves. And he's got different values of them. Again, incorporating the bottom of this snow with those silhouettes. So you can go ahead and fill those in with black. If you want, you can put, so with the park bench, I'll probably put in a cast shadow with that one, where it is stationary. I also wanted to put in like a doe that was walking away, but I haven't got that in yet. So I'm just gonna come in and put in the silhouette of that bench. Maybe I don't want that angle so much, so I'm gonna even it out a little bit. And maybe it has like a little spot that you can see through. I'm going to add where the seat comes out. I'll make that a little bit wider. And then maybe I'm gonna make it a little rough towards the bottom where the snow is connecting with the legs of that bench. So I don't know if you can see that okay. Just kind of put those silhouettes in there. With what you were planning on putting in, so. I might add some highlights on that to make it so it looks a little more like a bench. But go ahead and enter those in. When Kimmer has got your third panel done, let me know and we'll start on the rabbit tracks all together. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts that they want to share? I'm gonna hurry up and finish up my cast shadows. Just an awkward angle for me. And I'm shaking.
Excuse me, I'll get this out of your way.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of light again in there. So if I do a highlight in the silhouette so that my bench makes more sense, I'm just gonna take just a little bit of white to add to that black so it's not quite the full black it was previously. So let me see if I can get this angle right. So I've got my seat that comes down here. So I'm going to kind of add that lighter gray, or it's actually a really dark gray, but it's going to add some angles. Maybe I don't have enough light in there. I want it to be just a little bit different so that it gives some of the silhouette of the bench itself. And then I've got the seat. there. Okay, can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see that very well or not. Not enough distinction. Let me see if I can get it lighter, and then that might help. We can get that.
And I don't know if other people are putting in extra things, because some of
Okay.
them are just sitting. So
Okay,
I'm not sure that they're gonna go off, do any extra.
okay. Okay, so I've lightened that up a little more, so hopefully you'll be able to see the difference between it. Let's see. Okay, can you see? You can see it a little bit better now. So I've lightened up that gray. It should be a little bit darker than that, but I just lightened it so that you guys can see how I've added the kind of contour shading to it. But you don't have to do that if that's not what you want to do. Okay. I'm going to keep working on the cast shadows. Wonder if I do, I need more white. Okay, so this cast shadow will actually go through my bench, but I'll add the shadow from the bench as well. So I'll have to clean up that. Let's do the bench. I'll use my small one to clean up. Just pick it up so that the black comes out. I'd have to put black on that one though. Yeah. I'm really shaking it tonight. Those cleaned up. Put down. Okay, and then I've got this wider tree here. And a wider cast shadow. And then this one. I had the angle wrong the first time, had to adjust it, so I'm going to just kind of cover over that one. Add a little bit of white. This one. Different values. square off the bottom. This side. Square along the bottom of the tree. Back behind. Find a spot for my finger. Support me. Other side. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the cast shadow of that bench. I'm going to put my pencil to kind of give, and I'm going to elongate it again. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put in, let's see how am I going to do that? I'm going to try to keep it parallel with what I've gotten as far as the chair itself, and then add that cast shadow. And then I've got kind of the open spot right there. So I don't know if you can see that pencil mark. No, let's see if I can do it with the marker. So I'm going to bring down the same angle. And I'm actually going to have the box like parallel this way. I'm going to have it parallel. And then it's going to come down a little bit further out and then parallel with the bottom again. And then I have that open spot. So I'm just going to kind of, so something like that. And I'm going to do with the cast shadow. Okay, I'm going to pick up the cast shadow gray again. And I'm going to square off along the bottom of the park bench. Bring it over. And it's going to go behind the tree. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. And then I've got that parallel line. I'm going to blend in with those shadows. I might have to add a little bit more gray or black. Get that cast shadow.
And then when you're done with that, you can ask Cameron if they're ready for the rabbit tracks.
Okay.
Because they might be.
Down. Okay, so I've got the bench in there. I've got the shadow in there, the cast shadow from the bench. How are you doing, Kimmer? Are you at a point where you have your third panel done?
No. No.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna touch up my park bench a little bit with the dark black. Is there anybody that wants to see a demo of how to put the owl in the tree?
No.
No? Okay,
I have mixed no's and yeses.
no's and yeses. Okay, we'll go ahead and do it then. So for the owl, I'm actually going to use a smaller brush to add it. So I'm going to use the number 1 brush. It's a round tip. And I'm going to put, let's see, I was going to put the dough on this side. So I'm going to put the owl probably above the park bench. So I'm going to put it kind of in this little area right here where it's a light blue, and it will show up a little bit better than if it's well, it definitely would show up in the white, but I don't have a branch low enough to put it in the white. So I'm going to put it up here. I'm just going to add like an oval. It's just going to be an oval silhouette. And then I'm going to add, so if you can see that, okay. Oh. So I've added kind of it's a rough shaped oval, and I'm just going to add some, I don't know if you call them horns, or I guess they're their ears. I'm just going to add a couple ears on there. And I could actually probably make him a little bit bigger. So I'm going to come in and make him a little bit bigger. And then make his ears or horns bigger. And I'm just using the tip of the brush to create those ears. Okay, and with the rough edge along there, it kind of looks like feathers. So can you see that? Let's see if I can get that glare off of there.
I think that's good.
Can you see that okay? Okay, so that's the owl. For those that have
Richard's typing, so.
oh, so Star Valley's typing.
No, camera.
Oh, Kimmer, sorry, Kimmer. Can we see a close-up of the owl again? Yes. So Kimmer is asking for a close-up of the owl. So let me see if I can get even closer without shaking. Okay, does that help? Okay, I'll leave it up there for a couple more seconds. Okay. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and add my dough in this other panel. So I'm just going to I can picture it in my mind, but I don't know how to put it down on paper.
Well,
So we'll see how it works.
Okay, would it be possible to see a wolf as well?
A wolf. Yep, we can definitely show you
Can I still listen?
Mr. Nate's wolf. So these are some of the wolves that he has. Let's see if I can get all three of them without that. Okay, so that's a good shot of them. So they're just basically the silhouette of them. Do you need me to leave it up there just a little bit longer? Okay. We'll see if we can get the dough in here.
You can ask him, they might be ready for the rabbit tracks too.
Oh, okay. So are you guys ready for the rabbit tracks?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start on the rabbit tracks. Okay, so with the rabbit tracks, you're going to use the #1 brush.
I'm
Okay,
all over the place.
you're going to pick a spot where you want it to start. So let's see if I can find. Usually it's good to put it in a spot that has some of the gray, so it kind of has a heel that rabbit can be hidden in. So if you have kind of a gray heel or drift that you can use, you're going to take that #1 brush, load it up with black paint. And you're just going to put, oh, I got water. Dripping out there. You're just going to come in and put those, and it's kind of at an angle. I don't know if you can see how I'm holding it. So I've got it in an angle so that it's not quite a circle, but it's more of a flat, and you're just going to come in and lay that track in. So I need to add more paint. You can make them bigger if you want to make them bigger. They're going to be kind of alternated a little bit. Maybe you have some that are kind of offside. And I'm going to have these tracks actually go behind some trees and over this direction so that it goes onto my other panel. So I'm going to add, and I'm going to actually make them a little bit bigger. As you get closer to the edge of your canvas. And maybe I've got one track that kind of goes through the cast shadow of the one tree to kind of give it some interest there. I don't know if you can see that. Can you guys see this okay? Maybe I need to get a little bit closer. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick up my, what is this one is dry enough. I'm gonna pick up my right panel because it's gonna go right over into my right panel. I'm gonna line those up. And I'm gonna pick up right where I left off on the one panel and put it into the other one. So when you get those done, we need to add kind of a white gray color underneath those tracks, so that it kind of looks like the snow is dragged a little bit when they walk through it. So I'm gonna pick up some white and black, but not very much black, and I'll try to get the, nope, I keep mixing it with black. So I'm looking for kind of a fairly light gray. So if you can see that, I'm trying to get that light gray. And I'm just gonna come in and go underneath them just a little bit. So I'm gonna add just the mark underneath. So let me see if I can get that closer. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see if I can get this in so you can possibly see it. Okay, so let me know if you can.
It'll take a second to warm up.
Let's see if I can get it. Okay, so if I go forward and up, okay, can you see that light gray underneath those footprints? And you're just gonna put those underneath each of those tracks. And the same color that you're mixing to put underneath your tracks, and this is gonna be our last thing, unless you wanna add, you know, other things to it. But I'll let you do that later if you want to. See if I can show you those tracks again. So I've got a little bit of gray underneath those tracks. You're going to take that same color and you want to water it down quite a bit so it's quite thin. And if you need to dry it off on your towel a little bit, go ahead and do that. But you're just going to come in and you're going to put like a little white line along the base of your tree. And it can touch the cast shadow if you want to have it touch the cast shadow.
What does that do?
It's a reflected light is what it is. So let me see if I can get it in an angle where you can see it. So this one you can see that I've added that little white light to the bottom of the trees. And this is going to be kind of your reflected light going back to the tree. So if you have a light source, so the light source is coming this direction, right? So your light source is coming this way. It's going to hit the snow and then bounce back. And that's what this reflective light is. And you want to just do that to all of your trees using that light gray that you used for underneath your like rabbit tracks. So I'm just gonna come in and highlight those areas underneath. Okay, so this is my middle panel. So you can kind of see that there's a difference between your cast shadow, your form of your tree, and then that reflective light that's right at the base. Okay. And I'll do it on this side. Just gonna add that underneath each of those trees. Oh, and I need to touch up that tree with the black. Okay, is there anything that you guys want to see before we, let's see, what tree is that? It was that one right there. Before we finalize or we finish this up. Okay, because at this point, if you have got all of your ideas put into it, or if you just left it the way that you wanted it, it's pretty much done. So is there anything you guys would like to see or demonstrated before we move forward?
Looks like they're all good.
Okay.
Wait just a minute. Camera would like to, outline is asking if you could show us how to put in the grass.
Oh, yes, we forgot the grass. Thank you for reminding me on that. Okay, so basically it's going to be the same thing. You're going to pick up black. You're going to be using the number one brush. If you roll it in your black paint, it will help you get that tight tip to it. And so you can put them anywhere you want. I think I have like three of them on this. So the middle panel has two right up there towards the bottom and the middle of the main snow, and then there's one just kind of next to one of the trees there. So basically you're just going to use a really light touch. Let's see, I'm just going to do this one right next to the small one. So I'm just going to come in and just lightly put that in, that grass here and there. Where I've got the tracks here, I'm going to put some more grass on my left and right panel. Maybe I'll have a couple on my left. So we're just going to add some grass here. I'm kind of hiding it so I'm just kind of taking and making some lines in there. And once you have those lines in there, you're going to use that same light gray that you used for the highlight and underneath the rabbit's feet or rabbit's tracks, and just do the same thing. You're just going to go underneath it a little bit. Okay, so I've got some grass there. And I'm going to add some to my right panel. We'll put some right here that's a little bit closer to the bottom, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. I'm just going to kind of come in and lightly. So that one, you might be able to see well. It's sideways. Let me see if I can get it so that you can, there we go. There we go. So I'm just using the very tip of it, very light strokes. And then I'm going to go in and pick up that light gray again. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get this so you can see it. I'm just going to come in and kind of kind of roughly just add that gray underneath it. I don't know if you can see that. Okay.
And then camera would like a demonstration of making a wolf.
Okay. Okay. So Kimmer would like a demonstration of a wolf. So let me add in this real quick on these. Through this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do the wolf on my smaller one. So hopefully we'll, let's see, let's do it from this side right here. We'll do the left panel and I will try to, can we zoom this in by chance? A little bit. Okay, we'll just try to work with what we have. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my pen, which you would be using a pencil, okay? And then you're going to do like shapes to make up your wolf. Okay, so you've got the body. So I'm gonna actually put, if I put the body, because I want to be able to see the legs. So I'm going to put the body kind of like right in here. So I've made kind of an oval right there. And then I'm going to add just like a shape for the neck and then the shape for the face. Okay. If you can see that, okay. Okay, so we've got the body, we've got the neck, and we've got the head, basically the shape of that. Okay, we're going to add the tail. So I'm just going to come out and give it a tail so that it's running. I don't know if you can you see that okay? And then we're going to add the legs. So you're going to have some legs that are going to be back, and I like to put in their like their elbows in their hind legs and in the front, so that you have kind of the movement or the basic shape of the legs of the wolf. Okay. And then you basically fill it in with the black. Or if you want to do a lighter gray, you can do lighter gray. What would you like to see this wolf to be? Do you want it light gray or dark gray or black?
Just go ahead and pick.
Okay. So let's do a dark gray. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of white to my black. Okay, and I'm just gonna come in and fill in
Did you say light gray? Is what you're gonna do?
dark gray.
Okay.
Did I say the wrong one?
No, they asked for light gray.
Oh, light gray. Okay, so let's do light gray. So I'm going
Bless
to
me.
use that light gray that we used earlier for the rabbit tracks. So hopefully I'll have enough there to do that. Add a little bit of water. Okay, so I'm trying to get my brush pointed because it's a fairly small shape. So I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna go over my lines that I made. Oh, and I got too much water in there. So I'm gonna pick up some of that water. Pick up the water that I have. Okay, then I'm going to pick up my color again. And hopefully this will be thicker. Get rid of that. Okay, so I'm just going to come in and fill in that shape
Turn it around so it's in front of you.
with the light
Oh, yeah, or
gray
you can stand behind.
paint. Okay, so you can see that I've got that. Let's see if I can you see that okay? I've added the light to that form, and I'm just going to do the same thing on the back end of it. And I might have to clean up the tree that's behind it, but
Perfect. If you go sitting. Okay, yours.
and I've got the one leg there, and I've got the one leg there.
Do you want me to set these here so you have space for the next one?
Yeah, that'll be okay.
Okay, and if you need, you can, if you want to, you can put in darker or lighter values in there to make it pop out more.
Come towards you just a tiny bit.
Okay, sorry,
Perfect. That right there is perfect.
I'm not paying attention to the camera as well. So, oh, wrong direction. Okay, so that's kind of how you do it. I've got to clean up the trees so that the gray, so it's straight, so the trees are straight. But that's kind of the general idea of how to put the wolves in there. Any other questions? Gonna clean that up. Okay, so is everybody to a point where your picture is done? Give me a thumbs up.
Things ready? Alpine is ready. The camera is ready. So Star Valley is the, you can ask Star Valley.
So Star Valley, are
Oh,
you
they're
finished?
ready.
Okay, now there's one thing that you have to do before you totally finish your artwork, and you have to sign it. You have to either put your signature or your initials or something like a symbol that represents you. You have to have your name on your artwork. So I'm gonna take my bright panel, and I'm going to sign my name in the very corner. So I'm gonna see if I can move this up so you can see it. So you can use, if you have a black marker by you, you can use that. You can use, is there a black pen?
Do you want a black pen?
Well, I have this black pen. I don't know if it's mine or yours. You can use a black pen or you can use your paintbrush. So any way you do it, you need to sign it. So I'm going to use some black, and I like to just put my initials and the year that I painted it. Is usually what I do. So it's entirely up to you, but you have to put your name on there somewhere, or your signature or symbol.
Thank you.
It's a little bit harder with the paintbrush, but then I'm going to put the year. Oh, I was going to put 22. We're in 23. So 23. Okay, so show you, let's see if I can get it in there. So I've got my initials, SP. Yeah, that's right, right? My mind is like totally gone. 23. And I'm shaking. I don't know if you can see that very well with the cast shadows, but you have to put your name on there somewhere. And you guys are officially done with your first artwork with acrylic.
Perfect. They're clapping.
Yay. Okay.
Set that up here.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I'll just finish this guy later. Okay, so our next painting, you're going to need one of the 10 by 10 square, and it's going to be in plastic, so you want to take it out. And I think these things are like adult proof. I'm gonna try to open those up.
Do you have plastic or no?
I got that.
You got it. I'm gonna open this. Okay, good. We gotta look for actually on branch block trees, so we're just-
That's how cool. That's really nice. Okay. Okay, so you're going to have a 10 by 10 canvas. And I will show you, let's see if I can get those out of the road. So this is the one that we're going to be working on next. I am a big fan of gnomes. And I just absolutely love to create different pictures with them. This is also on Pinterest as a tutorial as well. So this is what we're going to be working on as our second artwork. Okay. Before we get started, I wanted to go over the slide for the second painting.
Oh, wait just a second. Hold on a minute.
Oh, okay,
Kendra asked if
okay.
I will get the slide.
Okay. Well, I think I might try to finish this dough real quick. While they are waiting. Okay, let me know when you guys are ready to go.
Okay, Alpine's ready.
Okay, so everybody's ready to go? Thumbs up if you're ready.
Okay, looks like they're ready.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have the second slide come up. This is the second painting that we're doing. We're doing the Thanksgiving gnome, which I was showing you earlier. We're going to be using the tight painting style again. So there's gonna be some detail. If you are adventurous and would like to try a different color scheme than what I've got, I love blue and orange together. So if you want to do a different kind of color scheme, you're welcome to do that. But we will be doing a lot more blending than what we did in the last one with all the different colors. So if you look fairly close, there's like different colors in the leaves, especially in the pumpkin. There's quite a bit of blending that we will be doing. So again, just have fun painting it. So we'll get started with that. First off, we're going to sketch in our gnome. And I like to start with the nose. So the nose is going to be in the middle, just a little bit below the middle. So we're just going to come in and we're going to make the nose. And you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want, because this is your gnome. So once you have your circle in there, let me know and we'll go to the next step.
Circle in the middle.
A circle in the middle.
And you can use your pencil if you want.
Yeah, you can use a pencil. I'm just using a marker so that everybody can see okay. And I'll see if I can.
That's about the size of a quarter.
This one is actually about 2 inches wide by 1.25 inches long, or so 1.25 inches by 2, roughly, is what I've got on there. And I'll do this down a little bit closer so you can see how I'm going to put that. So if I do this, does that work better so that you can see all of it? That probably works better. Okay, so does everybody have their nose?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so everybody has their nose. We're going to start on the hat next. So I like to come down and just kind of make a, I guess a wave kind of thing. And then I'm going to add it's like I don't know how to explain it. Basically, this is going to be the top of your cap or the the band of the hat. Okay, so you're just going to put that over the top of your nose. Okay, and then from there, you're just going to bring in your hat, and you can do it any way you want. You can make it as long as you want, or as wide as you want, or ski wampus as you want. Just come in and put in your hat. And I might just cut that off a little bit more so that it kind of. And again, don't worry about messing up because the acrylic will go over it. Okay, once you have your hat done, give me a heads up, thumbs up, and we'll work on the next step.
Alpine's ready,
Alpine's ready,
Star Valley's ready.
Star Valley's ready. How you doing, Kimmer?
1 minute, Thane's ready.
Things ready?
Kimmer's ready.
Okay. So Kimmer's ready. Okay, so we are going to work on the beard next. Actually, let's put in the hands. So we're just gonna put like a couple circles off to the side. And this will kind of help us figure out how big to make the beard. So put those 2 circles to the side for your hands. And we'll also put in the feet. So we're just gonna put in like a couple ovals, flat ovals, or oval, a rounded flat oval. For the feet towards the bottom. Okay, give me a heads up when you're done with that.
Thane's ready, Alpine's ready, Star Valley's ready. Just Kimmer.
Okay.
Ask if Kimmer's ready.
So Kimmer, are you good? Where are you guys
Yeah.
at? Okay. Okay, so with the beard, we're
Oh,
just,
wait, just a second.
okay. We'll wait just a second.
Okay, now they're ready.
Okay, so with the beard, we're just gonna kind of bring in kind of a round acorn kind of shape that comes down. And then we're going to add the bottom of the gnome. Okay, thumbs up if you're ready for the next step.
Okay. Star Valley.
How you doing, Cameron? And Thane, how are you guys doing? How's Thane doing?
They're ready.
Okay, okay, so the last part, well, we've got three other things. So for the pumpkin, I'm just gonna come in and do a regular oval, just off to the side. And then for the mushroom, you can bring it around. It will kind of touch the hand of the gnome. You're gonna do kind of the half circle and then like the stem of the mushroom. Okay, so put those in. Okay, thumbs up when you're ready for that. For the next step.
Alpine. Star Valley. Thing.
How you doing, Cameron?
They're ready.
Okay, so the last one is putting in these leaves, and you can do any kind of leaf that you want. I actually have a tree that has these kind of leaves on it. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's pretty. And then we have I think this is the maple, or yeah, I think this is maple, and then just a regular leaf. So put whatever type of leaf that you want. So I'm just gonna put this one. I would do like arrows. I do 3 arrows and then I connect them together. Does that make sense for this one? So I do the arrow points and then connect them together. This is another, just a regular leaf.
Okay, Cameron says, can we see a close-up of the leaves?
Yes. Okay, so we have, and I might have them wrong as far as the type of leaves that they are, but you can make them any way you want to make them. Okay. And then I've got this one here, and then I'm gonna do the 3-leaf one here. Okay. So let me know when you're ready, when you have that all done.
Start with color.
Yeah. So we're gonna
I'm good.
start with the
I'll
background.
just write it down and then when you say it, I'll be able to type it in.
Okay, well, we'll start with that one. Cian. Okay, let me know when you're ready for the next step.
Themes ready?
Okay, Bane's ready.
Alpine's ready.
Alpine's ready.
Star Valley's ready.
Star Valley's ready. Thane and Kimmer.
Oh, themes ready.
Oh, Thane's ready. How you doing, Kimmer? Okay, so just a little, okay, yep, you're good, you're good. How you doing, Dennis? Oh, I like it. I like it. Everybody has their own type of gnome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Oh, fun.
So little polar bear. Oh, camera's ready.
Cool.
The snow.
Okay, so
The snow
camera's
one.
ready. Okay, so we're gonna start with deep cyan. It's kind of the medium blue.
Love it.
And we're just going to put in the background. Don't worry about all of the stuff inside. You just want to do the background around it. And we'll just fill that in. We have about, what, 12 or 13 minutes left? Is that what we have left? So we're just basically going to fit, just paint in the background with the blue. And if you want to put some variation in it, you can add some of the Acrylic blue if you want to as well, just here and there, to give it kind of a textured background. But it's entirely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable. And you can either use the 1/2 inch or the number 10 filbert. The 1/2 inch is going to definitely cover the ground a lot faster than what the filbert, but it might be easier to get around everything that you have on your canvas.
Which blue did you use?
We used the deep cyan,
This one and that. Both of
and
these.
if you want to add the mixture, you can do the Carillion blue. And we're just going to come in and do that background. If you go over your pencil markings, that's okay, because we will be adding on top of it. So, and again, you can blend on your canvas. You don't have to blend it onto your plate. You can do it on your canvas as well. And you're just going to come in and fill in your background. Okay, does anybody have any questions or concerns at this point? So I'm going to add some of that Acrylic blue into the other, just kind of blend those together. When it comes down to the bottom, just kind of leave a little bit of maybe a ½ inch at the bottom. We'll be covering it up with grass, but it's always easier to have that background there to put the grass over, or put the grass over it. A little more Acrylic blue. I can't wait to see all of your guys' gnomes because each one is going to be so individual and it is just so fun. Okay, so how many of you guys got your backgrounds about done?
Not even close, so.
Okay, okay,
So we have
so,
about 5 minutes left, but
okay,
we'll just have to tell them to finish.
okay. So we have about 5 minutes left. So try to have just the background painted in for next Tuesday. And we'll start on the next part of the gnome.
Can say thanks and bye. I think people can go ahead and end.
Okay, okay, we'll see you guys next Tuesday then. Take care. Have a great weekend.